No, we're a Lutheran church and we don't worship snakes. Come and check us out. It's safe, trust me, But, growing up in Wisconsin, everyone knows what a Lutheran is. No, they don't. So, but knocking on doors doesn't work. I think knocking on doors is appropriate. But it's appropriate if you're going out to gather some information from the community so that we can bring it back to the church and then utilize that information and how we might serve them. I think that would be a good use of some of our time. But to go knock on doors to evangelize, don't waste your time. Doesn't work. People are too busy. You know that. So anyway. So we had a wonderful time at Rejoice. Great congregation, wonderful people. We grew to about 130, 140 before I took another call. We had purchased, before I came, 5 acres of land. We worked through selling that land and then going and buying 10 acres of land in a much better building location and technically a much better physical location for traffic. So that was a wonderful experience. We did a lot of neat things there. We got some Bible studies going, and we got children's church going. We had a lot of kids coming. We were having fun, and I did some crazy things. And if you ask, I'll tell you, but otherwise I'm not telling you. You definitely won't call. No, I'm kidding. But we had a lot of fun there. And then I had this crazy notion that we should move back home. Though my hometown in Wisconsin, we had Ethan. And I'd always had it in my heart that we should get back close to home. I've got 7 brothers and sisters. So I thought it'd be nice for him to be around his cousins and aunt and uncles. So we went. I took a call at Trinity in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. A congregation that had average attendance on Sunday mornings about 340 people. We had staff. It was a wonderful congregation. It's about 6 blocks from the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. And we got some things rock and rolling there. We had a lot of fun. We had studies going. We started doing a service on the college campus. So neat things were happening there. But we took that call with the understanding that Susie could keep her job at Pizza Hut. At that time, she was probably with Pizza Hut for about 18 years. Upper middle management and the corporate offices. And they said, sure, no problem. So it was wonderful. Everything just worked out great. Got up there, and I was there for about 3 months before we sold the house, and then Susie and Ethan came up. So we were there for about 6 months, and Pizza Hut said, we want you back in Dallas. No. I've been there now about 6 months. Susie, either we move back or she loses her job, and she's been with Pizza Hut 18 years. That's tough. We prayed. I went and met with Bishop Justman, who's a wonderful man. Then he asked if Susie and I would come and meet with Bishop Justman. Absolutely. So we had a wonderful conversation with him. And he guided us, counseled us, and he said, whatever you decide, I'll support. And obviously we decided at that time to move back to Dallas. That was tough. It was a very difficult decision, but here's the sad part of it all. Even worse than leaving Trinity. We get back about, 5, 6 months. Pizza Hut comes to Susie and says, we want you in Louisville. No. And they made it pretty clear to Susie that if she didn't go, she was going to get phased out because they were downsizing again. Now, as you probably know, Louisville is the young corporate offices. That's their main base. KFC's there, other branches of young. But anyhow, they were very honest with Susie. If you don't go, you're probably going to get phased out. And that's what happened. So hindsight's always 20/20. If we would have known that, we would have never left Stevens Point. But what I believe is God has a plan. And I don't always understand that plan. I'll be the first to raise my hand and admit that. But He has a plan. So there's some reason why I'm here visiting with you today. God hasn't clearly told me yet, but there's a reason for what's all transpired in our lives. So that's pretty much the